Week Dark and the Multiverse of the Master Mage, Godzilla. Thank you for joining us for your weekly dose of superhero shenanigans. My name is Alex, and I will be your humble game master this evening. Tonight we are playing Green Ronin Publishing's Mutants and Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG. M&M is a D20 system which generates cinematic superhero action through its central mechanic of a D20 plus a modifier versus a difficulty check. It's super simple and allows a ton of flexibility for gamers looking to tell stories ripped right out of their favorite comics and movies. There's also a wide open character creation system to bring your ideal superhero to life. The last thing I want to touch on in the system is one of my favorite game mechanics ever. Mutants and Masterminds gives players hero points to supercharge their actions in-game. These points can be used to reroll dice, edit a scene to include something the GM didn't explicitly describe, and even to modify or improve a character's powers for that extra oomph to get out of a sticky situation. Hero points are earned by leaning into genre tropes, acting heroically, good role-playing, jokes I think are funny, jokes I think aren't funny, and suffering setbacks just like superheroes and other media. However, here at the Untold Stories Project, we have one extra way for our plucky heroes to earn these points, and that is from you, the audience. Anyone who follows, subscribes, or renews a subscription or donates bits to the stream is given a hero point that you may give to the hero or game master of your choice. We've gathered some kaiju-adjacent heroes tonight. Say, there goes Tokyo, heroes.
There goes Tokyo.
Heroes.
You guys are the best.
Yeah.
I want to give everyone a chance to tell us a little bit about themselves, the character they will be playing, and have them answer my question of the day, which is, what is your character's best accomplishment? And I'm going to start with Andy this week.
Hi, everyone. I am Andy. I'm here on Wednesday nights for our superhero shenanigans. You can also find me over on our website where I write blog posts on occasion, and over on our YouTube channel where I host the Storyforge series, which at some point Alex and I will get together and actually start putting new content out for that. I promise it's coming at some point. Tonight I am playing Resonant, our resident gem mage, and to answer the question of the day, reconnecting with the heroes that she left behind when she basically decided to step away from heroing, and bringing the team together in that way, being able to be like the linchpin. Because everyone has said Resonant is Donna Troy for this group. So with that said, I will pass it up to Kat.
Oh. Hi. I'm Kat. I'm playing Centuria. You can find me here on Wednesdays. And then also, we now have a new podcast out called Heroes of Tomorrow. I'm playing a pretty cool dude named Cassian on that. So definitely give that a listen. There's also, I'm sure, somebody else looks at Calvin, looks at Alex. We'll also mention that at some point. As for the question of the day, Centuria's greatest accomplishment, I think, would probably be being able to return to being a hero after everything that she knew was decimated a lot of times. As we see from this universe that we're in, the devastation that she felt would turn her into a villain, but she didn't let that. And she still has heroic tendencies, even though she might have some darker ones in there too. Who do I want to pass it to? My twinny, Calvin.
Okay. Well, hey everyone, I'm Calvin, and today or tonight I will be playing Bowman, the agile archer with an awesome array of arrows. And I'm also part of the Heroes of Tomorrow podcast, as was mentioned before. To answer the question of the day, I mean, Bowman does a lot of stuff. He helped save the universe like it was just a casual Monday. But I think his most important accomplishment is probably the progress he made with Jason and, continuing the Bowman line, as it were. He wouldn't take credit for that. He would say, no, it's all the kid. He did it all himself. But I think this is probably the most important thing he's done. Not the most impactful thing. The most impactful thing is obviously dating Sophie, but...
Shut up.
Not in a positive way, but... And with that answer, I'll pass it off to Jonesy.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. My name is Jonesy, and tonight I will be playing Mortis, our living dead guy, conduit of the Crossroads and keeper of the master mage of the underworld. As far as greatest accomplishments, I would say Mortis's greatest accomplishment was literally getting comfortable in his own skin. He was a rather angry young man when we first met him way back in the lands of PL8 and going by Deathgate. And since then, he's grown a lot and become, well, a respectable person and hero and stuff. So, yeah, with that, I would like to pass it to Paul Lynn for the block, but he's not here. So I'll go down to Deuce. Points if anyone
Deuce gets the square. All right. Howdy, everybody. I'm Deuce. I'm ensuring that the USB Census Bureau keeps the Kevin box checkmarked. I'm playing the Gator Man, who is, well, if the Gator Man doesn't tell you, I don't think I can help you. But Gator Man's biggest accomplishment, while some would say, is his high score on the arcade cabinet of the Freedom League video game, which still stands to this day in Louisiana. It is actually the fact he has put himself through or getting into college at Emerald City and bringing his mom along for the ride. With that, back to Alex.
And as mentioned, I'm Alex. I'm the Game Master. I also am a player in the Heroes of Tomorrow podcast that you can find on Spotify right now, where I play Dr. Henry Barrister, who is one part Care Bear, one part Scare Bear. And I will continue to make that reference until it ceases to amuse me.
The heat, death, and the sun, you mean?
Yes. If you can't make yourself laugh, who can you make laugh? As for my best accomplishment, my greatest accomplishment, it feels weird to qualify. So I will go with my greatest in this universe accomplishment, which is creating a villain that everybody loves to hate and made a t-shirt about. Out of the parts that
just love it.
Out of the parts that Calvin gave me.
The name.
You gave me other parts of Sophie.
Yeah.
But yeah. Sophie is my favorite child of the ones I've created for this particular stream. Although Anti-Sophie is beginning to edge her out. I'm starting to like Anti-Sophie even more.
Calvin, too.
I mean... oh, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think without further ado, we are good to go ahead and get started. Oh, Keith listened to the Heroes of Tomorrow podcast and really enjoyed it, so good job, squad.
Woohoo!
We have more episodes coming, so I hope you have a fun time with it. But
Alex, wait. I think we have some Patreon hero points too.
oh, you're right. We do have some Patreon hero points.
I am right. I know, because one of them is mine.
I bet you if one of them was mine, you wouldn't have reminded me.
I would not have been that kid that reminds the teacher of the homework. No, thank you.
A little altruism, a little self-interest. Nice.
Who are they for? I know Squire Cortez gave a hero point to you, Kat.
And then Warden Maximus gave it to Gatorman.
The Gator Man, courtesy of Warden Maximus, who is coming to Origins this year. I'm very excited about that.
Yay!
Awesome.
One Gator chomp for you, buddy.
There should be a third one in there.
Oh gosh.
I don't know if my message was received, but I did give a GM point to Alex.
Calvin!
I gave one to Wiki last month, so...
Calvin is the kid who would remind the teacher of the homework.
Everybody kick Calvin off the stream. You're no longer my twin.
Calvin, I appreciate you. I will give you an extra hero point for being a narc.
For being a snitch.
I mean, I gotta make sure it's recorded.
No.
It's true. That is one of the benefits of joining our Patreon, is you are given a free hero point to give to the hero or game master of your choice.
Calvin, we don't want you to come down from Canada anymore. You can stay up there.
Oh.
That's not true.
I don't know. We're lying.
We want you there so we can mock you in person.
Yeah.
Oh, Keith, you signed up for the Patreon, didn't you?
Stop it.
That's right. Thank you, Keith. I knew your name sounded familiar. Keith is the individual who signed up for the most Patreon so far. and is really helping keep the lights on. And I will use that hero point in your name to do evil.
Thanks, Keith. But like, no thanks, Keith. Like, that was mean.
Well, if I knew you were getting 2.
Yeah, Calvin, shut up.
When this is over, you can have the knife on our back in your honor, Keith.
It's true. It's silver plated and everything. I'll write your name on the handle. All right. Now that the Patreon hero points have flown, I think we are good to go ahead and get started. So, last week on Freedom We Dark in the Multiverse of the Master Mage, our heroes worked together to set up the Vietnam HQ, courtesy of the Arctic Fox. They spent some time clearing out a ritual space for Resonant and the 2 Mortises to begin working on a ritual to sever the connection between Deathgate and his Soul Vault. So, coming up with some kind of magical spell that's going to be able to make a fight with the Avatar of Death, something that isn't a one-way street. While they were doing that, the Arctic Fox did receive alerts from around the globe, including a break-in in Sydney, Australia, for a Genesis portal device that was ordered up by the Praetrix to allow her to travel to this dimension's version of the Terminus, which is called Genesis, to confront Alpha instead of Omega, because why be subtle when you're the ruler of the universe? Our team split up, sending some NPCs off to go check on another one of the alerts that came through the Arctic Fox, while the Resonant and the 2 Mortises and one of the Gator Men stayed behind at the hideout in order to begin working on the ritual, and Bowman, Centuria, and Anti-Sophie headed off to Australia for the ultimate third-wheel road trip. When they arrived at Astro Labs in Sydney, Australia, Centuria took on the role of Praetrix and came in and let everybody know that she was very displeased about them stealing her device, which had already taken place that morning, so they were like, why is she here again? And then she slapped the ever-loving shit out of the lady who was giving the tour.
I forgot I did that.
She won't.
She will be in therapy for a long time. Physical and emotional therapy. Sophie and Bowman had a couple of close moments in the air ducts of Astro Labs before they headed down and realized that the robbery was orchestrated by somebody in Praetrix's camp, and they found a GPS location device for the Genesis portal that led to a cargo ship called the Icarus out in the Pacific Ocean. Unfortunately, when our heroes headed off to go and investigate, they ran afoul of Dr. Daedalus and Deathstorm, and they descended to start a fight with them, but a kaiju has emerged from the Pacific Ocean on the run from Kaiju Island, which was one of the alerts the Arctic Fox brought to their attention before they headed out to face the day. So, they are currently under siege with Bowman in the cargo hold, facing off with Dr. Daedalus. Centuria smacked Deathstorm into the kaiju and blew the kaiju up to enormous size and power. And back at the compound, the ritual seems to have attracted the attention of Deathgate, who has sent a number of corpse golems to stop what is happening. So, we're starting tonight's session in the middle of a big fight, with our heroes split up in 2 different locations, which is able to be facilitated by Roll20. But I won't be able to show you all at home the maps just because my laptop doesn't have a very big screen, and resizing the windows is very confusing and dark and small, and I don't want to do it. So we'll all use our imaginations. So we start tonight on initiative round 8, which is the corpse golems back at the temple. Gatorman, you just used your legally distinct laser sword tail to slice up this corpse golem pretty bad. It received a daze. So it is going to use its round to try and eat you with all of its chest mouths.
All of its
Chest, mouths.
Yep,
Yes.
plural happened.
Real glad Wiki's not here.
So many phalanges.
We shall call them Manos, Hands of Fate.
Menace, Hand of Fate, and Mouths of Chomping.
Mm-hmm.
So here come the chest mouths. I rolled a 5, so I'm going to miss Gatorman as the sort of rippling swell of flesh across its abdomen moves and distorts as a number of faces and heads emerge out, trying to snap at you like snapping turtles.
Just saying, you got a hero point, chest mouth.
I'm saving my hero point for
Mm-hmm.
For Godzilla.
not just for Godzilla. Dr. Daedalus is going to need some help.
He's the kidnapper in this universe.
He's going to try real hard. Bowman's going to make it real hard on him, though, I think. And then the two mortises had actually immobilized this corpse golem over here with their ghostly chains together.
Yes, we did.
So it is going to close its eyes and unleash a cacophonous symphony of death wails. Of all different ages, genders, expressions, just a bunch of different people all crying out in terror before their last moment of death. And try to unsettle the two mortises.
What you think you are, Banshee? Stop that.
And Resonant is out of range, so yep, just the two mortises. You're not fearless, are you, Mortis? That would make sense.
That would make sense. You want to give me some experience points to do that? That would also be really awesome.
In that case, I'll need a dodge save for both of the mortises. You're looking for a dodge 21 and then a will 21.
Sure, I can't give you a Chevy or a Ford instead. So Mortis got a 25. Mortis from our main world. What did Nick, the subversions of Mortis, get? He got a 21. Whoops, sorry, Nick.
Nope.
No,
he's
both of
saved.
you succeed, so I will need a will save for a DC 16 instead of a 21.
Oh, so first, Mortis Prime, 29. And Nick Mortis got a 27.
The wailing of the dead is old hat for you. You're not scared of the corpses.
It's the ooh, I am the box ghost.
I have seen such sights, so yeah.
And then the golem will attempt to use its strength to try to break out of the chains as its resistance check at the end of the round. Or are the ghostly chains resisted by will or strength?
Yes, well,
Well, that's annoying. What's the DC on them again?
let me. I'm just gonna drop in the chat real quick just so you have it. 23.
23. I will remain hindered and vulnerable. Grumble, 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 grumble. The days will drop off of the one that was fighting with the Gator Man. And Keith, I saw your message telling me that I have to use that hero point on the Gator Man, so I will keep that in mind going forward.
Which one?
The other one's not here,
Yes.
so it's okay. He said specifically I have to use it on Deuce, so whoever Deuce is playing. Deathstorm is currently in the chest cavity of the giant kaiju. He will try to break free, but he's going to have to resist the kaiju's grab. Which, good luck, my friend. The kaiju's strength is 33. Nope. Wait. Nope. He is trapped. So Deathstorm, you can see him struggling and trying to break free. There's red lightning arcing off of his body as he's crying out, trying to rip himself free of this thing's chest. But the kaiju is holding fast to him. The Anti-Cynthias, back on the boat. The ones that were in the cargo hold were shut off by the EMP arrow that Bowman had access to. But a group of them are going to swarm Centuria and try to do something about her.
Let's not.
They come swarming in, discarding their sort of sailor clothing as they're flying out, revealing their chrome feminine bodies, trying to attack you. And they're going to do a group attack. There are 4 of them aiding one, so I'll roll 1, 2, 3, 4. They will successfully add +5 DC to this one if she hits.
Sorry, I'm snickering because I just saw what you named the power.
Uno.
Yes, the name of the power in the Roll20 character sheet is Uno Reverse. That's a 24 to hit your parry DC, Centuria.
It hits.
I need a toughness check for DC 28, please.
38.
Okay.
I mean, you went after the Paragon.
Like
What did you
swatting.
expect?
Get away from me, flies.
I had a 50% chance of doing damage with the 28. But yeah, so what happens, Centuria, as the Cynthias come swarming out like a pack of rabid robots?
I sort of like to imagine that they're like trying to hit her, but her skin is just so hard that it's just like clanging off of her pretty much. Like they're hitting her, but nothing is happening.
Yeah, that's fair. And then these two that are still on the deck are steering the ship, so they're going to try and steer the ship away from the kaiju. And then the kaiju on initiative 1. Well, I wish Wiki was here because the kaiju's first target is Anti-Sophie. What is... Oh... Where did I put them? Oh, there she is. Sophie 7. Her parry is a 12, so here we go. This is gonna suck.
Probably.
Kat, you should not be able to see the initiative tracker. It's a weird side effect of pulling you onto a different map.
Okay, just making sure.
And actually, I forgot to pull Bowman onto that map too.
Well, welcome to blindness, Calvin.
Okay, I was.
The kaiju will use 5 points of all-out attack and 5 points of power attack because it's rude. We'll get a 22 to hit Sophie, which is exactly what it needed. So here you go, Sophie. Roll 48.
No.
Ugh.
No.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I did not roll a 48, chat. I rolled a natural 1 on Sophie's toughness check.
Well, I guess we don't have to worry about her coming back with us.
What is it?
You have a hero point.
I do have a hero point. You know what? Calvin gave me this hero point, so
You
I will allow Calvin to try and rescue Sophie
I
through his
do.
nepotism.
Oof. What is this gonna have to be to come even close? Jesus.
More than a 1.
He needs.
Definitely more than a 1.
Yeah. Sophie's gonna need a 33 total.
Well, she can roll a 33.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't roll a 33.
Nope. Came close.
What's 48 minus 29?
19.
19. Yeah.
Ooh, I did fast math faster than Andy did. Get at me.
Well, good news, bad news. She'll be incapacitated. She won't be instantly annihilated by the kaiju.
Yeah, but she's also over the water.
Yes, she will get thrown down into the Pacific Ocean unconscious.
Hopefully someone can save her.
God damn it.
I certainly can't. 'Cause I can't see any of this.
The Centuria is conflicted.
Calvin, I hope somebody can save her. Side eye.
Somebody she bonded with, maybe?
Oh my god.
That was a nice moment last week.
You're right, because I wouldn't even be thinking about it if not for last week. So I would have been like, bye.
Then the kaiju will take a move action to come up to the bow of the ship and look down on Centuria and the Cynthias.
Yeah.
Dr. Daedalus is going to look down at the bowman. Say, I understand you're here to stop me, Fletch, but it sounds like your little girlfriend up there is having some trouble. He is going to taunt you.
Uh-oh.
A second time?
Just the first. This is the first time. We'll see what
I
happens
know.
next round.
I'm making the joke anyway.
So Bowman, I'm going to need a will, an insight, or a deception check, whichever one's best for you.
Sight of... Where's my... Or deception... thought my deception would be higher. I will roll a will save. Of 25.
You have been taunted. by
Oh, you
Dr.
mad?
Daedalus.
So yeah, there's just...
That just means that you'll be impaired for one round against whatever Dr. Daedalus is going to do.
Just a brief moment where he like looks over his shoulder in the direction of where Sophie was.
And he will look at you and say, "Tell me, are you going to stop me from taking this device, or are you going to save her? Since you couldn't in your world."
What do you know about that?
"I see many things. And Eldritch has told me more than you know."
I hope you see this next arrow coming.
"I shoot it with an arrow. I should have known."
Damn right.
Name is Bowman.
And he will give you a hero point, Bowman, to use
Uh-oh.
extra effort to blast you.
Oh.
I will give you a hero point so he can blast you. And he'll use 3 points of defensive attack to remove from his attack to add to his defense. And get a 10. It's a warning shot. As he raises his gauntlet, it powers up and he fires off this gravitic blast of red energy that hits the back of the cargo hold behind you. And he ducks into the container where the device is. Mortis. Oh yeah, I forgot
Mortis.
19 was the magic number.
Yes, yes, all magic, all the time. So everyone's favorite question, break out your bingo cards, boys and girls. Do these corpse golems have souls?
That is my favorite question that Mortis asks me every week.
Not every week.
When it comes up.
Actually, I feel like he hasn't asked it yet this season.
I thought it came up with the Hellhounds in
Yep.
in the missile
Oh,
silo.
did it?
Yeah.
That was
Mortis,
for detection purposes.
Yes. Mortis, there are approximately 150 souls in each of these golems.
Damn.
Cool.
I don't think it's
So-
going to be cool for me.
No, it's not. Me and Nick, the Mortai, are going to fly out to the current corpse golem that we have bound in our ghostly chains, and we are going to activate the soul vault and remove said souls from said corpse golem.
Cool.
Step on the ghost trap.
Yeah, I was going to say, busted makes us feel good, I guess.
Hey, you literally gave me a can of ghosts. I mean,
It's true.
apparently the alternate evil me on this universe is not that bright.
I mean, he's still rolling around with his emo villain name, so yes.
Probably the same denim jacket.
Oh,
The answer to that question is yes, because of the art budget.
So we are going to use our ghostly powers to activate the soul vault, and because I haven't done this in quite some time, we're going to use soul vault. You can roll. It's an affliction. And resist it by will.
Resisted by will.
Mhm. They have to have the will to live.
They would prefer to be dead if you asked them. Here we go. Apparently I was wrong. The corpse golems do not wish to be dead. I rolled a natural 20 on their will save to get a 27.
Well, there's two of us though, and we're both doing this maneuver.
This is getting out of hand. There are two of them.
Because me and Nick, the counterpart for this Earth, has one as well. So,
Do it again. Do it again.
There
it is.
Get him, Nick.
and this time they rolled a 1.
I rolled a 2, but yes.
Oh, 2. Okay, I was guessing.
Yeah, okay. That's a 9. I needed a 13 to be incapacitated. So what happens as you absorb all of these souls into both of your vaults?
I'm assuming, yeah, for the special effects that we're combining our quote attack or whatever. But yeah, and so we activate the soul vaults, and if they fail the save, it triggers the vault shift maneuver, which basically moves the souls from this plane of existence into the pocket dimension that is the soul vault. So yes, we literally opened a vortex into the soul vault dimension and suck all the souls out of this corpse golem.
Excellent. And as the animating spirits exit the golem, it begins to fall apart into a rainstorm of viscera and body parts. As the collected bodies of 150 souls drop in various pieces of disarray and dismemberment. Good job, Mortises. Anything else? Do you guys want to move, or are you happy hanging out there?
We will move if we have movement left.
I suspect you guys do. You can fly. I'm sure you can cross the whole map.
Yeah, so we would like to move because there's one other corpse golem to the north of us. So we are going to fly over here and give some support to Gator Man, and so that we can also put these poor unfortunate souls to rest next time.
I got an EU in chat. That's all I was looking for.
Was it really?
It was worth it. It was worth it for me. Resonant.
All right. So Resonant is standing in the doorway of the building where the ritual is happening, kind of keeping an eye on things back here. Notices Mortis and Mortis go flying by. Everyone's in fight with the corpse golem. The corpse golem is only 60 feet away from me, which is perfectly acceptable. Because Resonant is still pulling on the power of her Malachite, which bestowed radiant energy upon her teammates. And now she's going to unleash that energy in a radiant wave burst, which will catch the bad guy because it is a 60-foot radius sphere around her. And so you need a dodge save, Alex, of DC 23, but the toughness save will be against DC 28 because this is damage.
Cool. I literally cannot roll a 23, so I'm not even going to bother. Even if I roll a 20, it'll be a 22. Or, no, if I roll a 20, it'll be an 18. So, 28, you say?
Yep.
It does have a bruise. So, 29. I will take another bruise.
Yes, you will, because it is still radiant damage.
Yes. So, those of you who might not do this in your own groups, the way I handle some weaknesses is that they will take an extra degree of damage, regardless of if they succeed or not, based on being susceptible to certain kinds of damage. But what does it look like, Resonant, as you unleash this holy cleansing fire?
It is a pulse of kind of a green white light that just emanates out from her, kind of washes over the area. And she just kind of stays back and stays in the doorway to make sure that if this thing gets close enough, it can't get through to disrupt the ritual.
Give me a perception check, Resonant.
Sure.
You have detect magic, right? That's one of your senses?
Oh, yes. Detect emotion, too.
Okay.
But yes, detect magic is is the other one on there.
Both of them would be applicable.
Okie doke. Find the right tab so I can get back to my perception check. 36.
Oh, is that all?
Yes, show me your invisible bad guy.
I gotta double check his stealth check real quick.
It's not that high.
It's probably not that high. And are you detecting with magic or emotions?
Um, probably just do magic at this point.
Okay. Yeah, it is definitely not. It's definitely not enough to avoid your gaze. So let me grab the token real quick. As you detect the invisible mystical presence of Deathgate sneaking in to try to mess up the ritual.
Seriously, dude.
Yep, all invisible and insubstantial, and thinking he's real clever.
Wouldn't I also
Oh.
have picked up on him since I can sense his soul?
Probably.
That is a good question, actually, Alex. Was he within 60 feet of this when a 60-foot radius burst of me?
He probably would have been. Yeah.
Because radiant waves affects insubstantial fully.
Does it really?
Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
it's specifically
Ew.
it's specifically a Mortis goes to the dark side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Resident
kind
has
of
a plan
is.
for
Yes.
Mortis.
Just saying, not
Huh.
blaming. I'm not judging my teammates for having a just in case Mortis goes to the dark side.
I didn't even grab that because of Mortis going to the dark side. It was literally like, hey, I need a way to deal with the issues that come with Mortis dealing with the undead.
I
No,
believe you.
I just like, do you have a way to deal with Centuria resident? No. Mortis, though.
Mortis, yeah.
Got this.
Him.
That was on the checklist. We got that from yeah.
I will flambe that Gator Man. Don't worry about that.
That was covered in Claremont Academy. There's a whole class for it. It's elective, but yeah.
I can
Bowman,
kill
termites.
everybody.
Just stick a bunch of termites on all his arrows. Done.
Oh, actually, I infected Bowman with carpal tunnel. He's not a superhero anymore.
Brutal.
All right.
Okay.
Dodge save.
Dodge save DC 23.
He will succeed on that, and then you said it's
Toughness, so half of 13, so 17.
Yeah, or
No,
22. 22.
Yep.
He is not hurt by it, but he is annoyed that it has struck him.
And he's behind and up above the building,
Yes, yep.
or is he hiding behind the building in substantial?
He is up above. It looks like he was getting ready to try to phase through the roof to go do his I'm a sneaky villain thing.
Uh-huh. And so Resonant whips around, looks up at him, locks her eyes dead into the space where he is, and goes, "That's a little too predictable, even for you." And do we have hero points? Because I don't see any.
You should. It says you have one.
Yes,
No,
we have one.
It's okay.
Wish.
I will go ahead and spend my hero point
Risky.
yes, risky. But I'm going to use it to power stunt my Bestow the Radiant and add the ability to affect insubstantial to that.
Perfect.
So basically everyone now has legally distinct lightsaber hands and or tails that can touch ghosts.
Oh no.
Gator Man champion for good.
Deathgate will lock eyes with you, Resonant, with a very, very churlish, angsty young child look on his face. He's not a child, like he's not a teenager, but he has a face like a teenager.
He never grew out of it.
Yeah. He says, I've already killed one of you. It's going to be great killing you again. I didn't savor it last time.
Sounds like the one you killed before was pretty much already dead. I think you're gonna have a hell of a lot harder time with a living one of us.
We shall see. Do you want to take a move action, Resident, or are you happy hanging out?
I will head inside the building to better protect the ritual.
Resident's going in the vault. I've decided. Deathgate's decided. I haven't decided what's going to happen, but I have decided Sophie's going to have to roll a fortitude save since she's in the ocean. And she is suffering from the dying condition. Good news is she's not going to bleed out from her wounds. She could possibly drown, but she's not going to bleed out. Centuria.
Centuria is gonna be like, stupid girl getting hit by the stupid lizard, falling into the freaking ocean, and then she's gonna just launch herself off the boat. She's gonna go a long way out of the kaiju's thing, like
Reach.
radius, I guess, and try to save 7.
Love that you said 7 and not Sophie.
Yeah, I have beef.
Hmm.
Do you need a roll?
I don't need a roll.
Okay.
His little kaiju hands.
He's like, wait.
Yeah, it's a move action to go down there and rescue her. Where are you going to put her?
Man, I don't know.
Kaiju Island.
That sounds worse. Sounds worse.
She would be drowning.
She would not be drowning.
I will put her over here. I guess. There's not really a good place to put an unconscious person in this map.
One of the lifeboats, maybe.
So I will. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tear a lifeboat off. And I'm gonna send it into the sea, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it to make sure she doesn't die.
All right,
Viking funeral.
Viking funeral. So you fly down to the ocean, you grab up Sophie, you fly over to one of the lifeboats, rip it off of its mooring, stick her in it, and put the boat gently down in the water.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's going to cover a standard action, but I will give you a hero point for being a hero.
Wow, thanks. You know what? I'm gonna use that hero point actually.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna hit the thing. I'm gonna hit the big wizard.
I'm not a wizard.
21 to hit.
Oh, you definitely hit.
33.
Yeah, you need a 4 to hit it, just so you know.
Oh.
It's a
It's
46.
super big.
Oh.
That's a big boy.
So
I feel like we're gonna have to run. I feel like this isn't a fight thing.
Does Centuria say that out loud?
Centuria thinks it, but I don't think she says it out loud.
But yeah, Centuria, you cock back, you fly up, slam your fist into the kaiju's face,
Yeah.
and it doesn't even flinch.
Yeah, when it doesn't flinch and it doesn't seem like it hurt it at all, Centuria is sort of like flies back a little bit and is like, "Oh shit, that's not good."
Do you want to do anything else?
No, but I will end my turn near the kaiju. I
Kaiju.
keep saying Caillou like the freaking bald kid.
It's just a giant version of Bono. This is a kaiju. Oh!
Yeah, and so I'll end right there, I guess. Or I'll end back here, so maybe he'll attack the Sophies too. Who knows?
Cool. I've had kaiju on the brain since last week, but I finally watched the Harley Quinn Valentine's Day special, and there is a kaiju in there that is the best thing ever. And if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. Bowman.
Okay. Bowman's gonna launch some arrows. Um, so Dr. Daedalus moved out of sight, right?
Yes. Yep. He went into the container where the Genesis portal is supposed to be.
Well, I'm going to follow him, and I don't know if I'm going to trigger any sort of trap or anything.
Well, it's almost like he's a genius. Give me a dodge save,
Yeah.
Bowman.
Or be kidnapped.
Oh no. 26.
You succeed at the dodge save, even with the -2 for being impaired from his taunting. So go ahead and give me a toughness save. You're looking for a DC 21.
Oh, I can do that. 24.
No worries at all. That's nothing for you. Light work.
Okay.
So you
So-
you come into the room. There is sort of this spray of gravitic energy that follows you as you enter the container, and you see Daedalus has pulled the tarp off of this large. It almost looks like the time machine, like the classic steampunk device. It's kind of got a lot of bells, whistles, cogs, and gears, and it's all made out of shiny brass and bronze. And it looks like he's trying to power it up.
Not today. Okay. First, I'm going to try to hit him with a bola arrow. See if I can lock him down, and then I will be trying another arrow. But first, let's see if this works. 22 to hit.
That will just miss because of his defensive attack last time.
Okay. Then I will spend a hero point to prevent myself from fatiguing as I try to make another shot. Accurate attack reduces the
DC.
effect, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. And I'll just go with 2 points to compensate for that impairment
Okay.
since these defenses are up. And I'll try the bola again. So that would be a 31,
Yeah, that'll hit.
but the DC is down by 2.
Yep. So 21, and he currently has a +3 to this, so I'm gonna add that in manually. He gets a 28 to resist.
Yeah, that'll for sure do it.
So you fire off a couple of bolo arrows at him, and he, you can't see his face because it's hidden behind the expressionless centurion mask, but he blasts the 2 bolos as they come into him. As he's trying to power up this device with one hand, he fires with the other hand. He says, "Really, you're going to try to tie me up with rocks and string?"
They've been pretty improved since your time.
Apparently not.
You obviously need a sun arrow.
Fair.
I think she's going to take it personally that you're not rescuing her.
How?
Aren't you from the universe where you're supposed to be a hero or whatever?
She'll be fine. I'm dealing with you first.
Okay. You're dealing with me. Sure thing. Anything else, Bowen?
No, I moved into 2 things, so unless I can stealth,
No.
but yeah, no, I figured.
Not in this cramped space. It's not very, there's not a lot of room to stealth. The ever-loving green-eyed gator man.
Well, don't know. There's an invisible floating extra mortis with my other 2 mortises. The 3 mortisi. So let's try and deal with a corpse golem. Keep a gator chomping. We'll power attack again for 5. Strong 9 to hit.
Strong 9 to hit.
That's right.
That will hit.
DC is 35.
Of course it is. He's got 2 bruises. Excuse me, toughness. I added the 2 bruises in it. It was like, your toughness is now -2 total. I got rid of my bonus. Oh no. Oh, Keith gave me a hero point that I have to spend on Deuce, so I'm going to spend a hero point to reroll that toughness save, because that would be one deep fried corpse golem.
Seems fair. Seems fair.
And we'll get a 32 that time instead of a 22, so that is going to be a miss by 3, but that is still going to be bruised and dazed because of the weakness. So what happens, Gator Man?
Fuse with Resonance Brilliant Light. He's going to jump on the giant corpse and just start biting arms, legs, heads, other mouths, and just digging into the corpse colon and spitting them out. Not happy about it, but he'll do it.
This is terrible. Terrible. Anything else, Gator Man? Are you happy?
He's happy with that. We're not going to try and wrestle the corpse golem.
Fair. I don't want to be attached to it. The corpse golem has multi-attack, and the mortises and Gator Man are in range. So we're going to use multi-attack as it raises its various limbs, and they sort of detangle from each other, like when ants make like buildings out of themselves, like ladders and bridges and stuff. One body will pull one out to make more room to grab the mortises. It's real gross. And that's Gator Man, -3. 4 is not going to hit the Gator Man. Mortis, 12 is not going to hit Mortis. 20 might hit Nick, though.
Checking the sheet. No, it will not hit me.
Cool. Everybody manages to stay out of the grasps of the corpse golem. And its days will drop off at the end of the round. Deathstorm is going to try and break free from the kaiju again. Unsuccessfully. The Cynthias are going to team up and... They saw what Centuria did to the kaiju, and they're like, well, she's stronger than us, so by the transitive property, we're not going to deal with that. They're going to... Centuria, I'm going to give you another... Actually, Centuria and Bowman, I'm going to give you another hero point. They are going to activate their rocket boots, fly over here to the lifeboat, and fly off with it.
Fly off with Sophie's lifeboat?
Yep.
God damn it.
Hi.
How
And-
far are they?
They have a flight of 7. I don't have Hero Lab on this computer.
Oh, my flight's 14.
Oh, you fly twice as... No. Flight 8 is twice as fast as they fly. You fly 7 times faster than they do.
Alright, I'm okay. It's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Chase the Cynthia bots.
Told you this Daedalus is the kidnapped bird, not the kidnappee.
Then the 2 on the wheel are going to maintain course. The kaiju is going to try to kill Centuria.
Yeah.
And... Sorry, I gotta do quick math for a second. I'm trying to decide if I want to use all out attack or not.
I think you do.
Yeah, he probably
Bigger.
does. Yeah,
Bigger things get a penalty for attacking smaller things.
they do not. That penalty is sort of balanced by their strength is much higher, so their to hit has to be lower. Because every rank of growth you get an extra point of strength. That's not tied to fighting. So, we use 5 points of all out attack. That'll add +5 to this roll for a total of 8 to hit. 22 to hit Centuria.
That'll hit.
Give me a toughness check, Centuria.
Can't roll a 48. Let me re-roll that. Let me re-roll that. It's almost as good as I can do.
Yep.
That's a difference of
36.
12, so that'll be a stagger for Centuria.
Yeah, that sounds right.
As the mighty kaiju's hand comes sweeping by and just slashes you, and red lightning arcs up out of its body and shocks into you as it sort of tries to tear into you and try to do horrible things to you.
Cool.
And with its other hand, it's going to use extra effort and go fatigued, and it's going to punch a hole right through the whole boat.
Centuria will get on her comm. She's going to say, I'm about to save Sophie for the second time. I need you to get what we came here for, and we need to go.
I'll be with you in a moment.
What is the range on that comm?
Probably not all the way back to where we are.
I didn't think so, but
You guys are like, what's going on?
Actually, I think your guys' comms are planet wide, so I think you guys can hear.
Are they?
Yeah.
we're both on the Pacific.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay.
I'm just curious.
Actually,
Yeah.
I imagine you guys would have dimensional spanning comms because of the nature of your mission that you're on right now.
I didn't think we could report back to Earth Prime.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I think through your powerful magic, you'd be able to come up with a comm that could talk back across dimensional lines. I think. I don't think we talked about it.
No.
But yeah, you guys hear Centuria having a bad day.
Centuria sounds like she's like going through it too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just curious. So we can share the snark across stream. Just
Dr. Daedalus is going to
surrender.
No, that's real Daedalus. Dr. Daedalus never said
Wow.
Damn.
I can't wait for my boxes to get here also. Yeah, he's got quickness for technology, so he's going to power up the device and get out of here. That's what he's going to try to do. Bowman, do you want to try to do anything to stop him?
Can I? If it's not... I mean, could I, like, power stunt an arrow attack to have the reaction time? I don't know.
You can
How many
try and
points that would be?
interpose. You can try and interpose.
I was thinking you
Or
could
not
spend a
interpose.
hero point to instant counter to try and...
That's what I was. Yep, that's what I was thinking of.
Then I will do that. And I also forgot to drag out the ones he dropped before, so let me do that now as well. So I have to pop out 2 of these.
Yes, feed them to me. Delicious.
And I will attempt to... is this just like a contested check, or can I use an attack on him or something? Or
This is sort of an interesting situation because this is him using his technology skill and you trying to counter that. Ordinarily, you'd only be able to counter a power, but I like the cinematicness of this, so I'm going to say you can make either an acrobatics check or an archery check to try and counter his technology skill.
athletics or archery?
Literally slapping his hand away from the controls.
Yep.
Or shooting his hand away from the controls.
Stop, bad Daedalus.
It's gotta be an
Shooting the enter
archery
key.
check.
Stop shooting the enter key.
Stop shooting the enter key.
Yeah, I will. I'll use one of my attacks to make an archery check.
Do you want me to roll first, or do you want to roll first?
Ooh. Yeah, you can roll first.
That was poor, Daedalus.
Good.
Woohoo!
All right, here we go. Heart of the cards. Interesting.
I love this. Okay. I'm going to give you a hero point. Actually, I'm going to give everybody but Bowman a hero point.
What?
No, I'll give everybody a hero point because this affects Bowman too. Bowman, something interesting happens.
Oh no.
For the audience at home, we tied.
because you tied. You tied, and I have to do something with that because it's perfect. Yeah, both of them rolled a 26, which is really low for both of you. I guess it's average for Bowman, but it was really low for Daedalus. Daedalus goes to press the button, and you fire your arrow at him to make him stop. And as he presses down, the bow arrow yanks his hand a little bit, and he inputs the directional coordinates incorrectly. And both of you teleport away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any time to say anything over comms before this happens.
Oh
Roll an inch, or even or odd, or higher or low, higher or low.
Hi. Yep.
Don't you normally say low?
I mean, if I did.
You
I
decided
roll-
to spice it up.
I rolled as low as possible with a 1, so you do not have time to get a message off before you are hurled off to wherever Daedalus is taking you.
It's much more dramatic.
It's not where Daedalus wanted to go either, if it makes you feel any better.
It's actually worse.
Bowman go down the hole.
Always wanted to visit Kaiju Island.
All right, Mortises.
Would I?
Mortai. Hello, Pedigree 81555. I don't know what those emojis mean, but I am happy you're here with us.
Well,
Illuminati.
crud. I want to. Steve wants to take care of. Jonesy wants to take care of the stupid undead golem thing, but obviously, the evil me is here, and I gotta go be dramatic. So, we are going to go and do a team attack and try to bind him in our chains.
I love how in sync the Mortises are.
Well, I mean, the counterpart on this earth is my fiance back home. So,
Right. It's almost like he was a little bit of a new kid on the block, but then they got back to the street together.
it's a special place in hell for you there, Andy.
I could keep going.
I know you could. That's why I said that. So Nick is going to support. He got a 24 on his check to aid me, and I'm going to be using my ghostly chains in an attempt to bind my evil counterpart. I got a 30, so that hits me. I think.
It hits you. I don't know if it hits anti-death gate. He's got a different stat block than you do.
Oh, fancy.
Jean Jacket's got some tricks.
30 does hit though. That would have been silly.
I would hope so.
It's a DC 20. Well, you actually got
25.
plus 5 aid from Nick Mortis since you rolled 24. So
Yep.
It's a DC 28 will save, which he can't make.
Came close.
No, he can make it. He can make it. I'm bad at math. But he will be hindered and vulnerable. What does that look like, Mortis, as you attack the other Mortis?
So we're literally like from the shadows of my cloak, I'm like hurling chain after chain after chain, and I'm assuming that he's breaking some of them, but others are hitting them and grabbing them. So kind of a very Spider-Man-esque, kind of panel looking with lots of chains. And
That's awesome.
Goes ready to eat your heart out.
I'm working on a stat block for Ghost Rider for this scenario I'm running at the end of the month. I'm really excited about. Also, if you haven't seen the new Into the Spider-Verse trailer, watch it after our stream if you're out there. Speaking of Spider-Man attacking Spider-Man.
Did a new one come out
Yes.
recently?
This morning.
Was it this morning? I think it was this morning. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I will watch it after stream.
Hero point for Mortis.
Yep.
Nepotism.
Yep.
That's amazing.
So yeah, Deathgate, the chains are wrapping down on him, and he is looking up. I should roll initiative for Deathgate. He doesn't have a turn.
I just didn't do one on 19 with every other magic caster on this street because we all roll 19s.
Well, let's see.
See a bunch of mortises on 19. Don't change it.
He rolled a 19, but he's got a 22.
Oh man.
So I'll put him at the beginning of next round because I forgot, but that's okay. Resonant.
All right. So Resonant is inside the building with the ritual itself.
Quick question.
Go for it.
I'm glowing with Resonance radiant energies and stuff. I don't think that does anything to the evil version of me, but I don't know. So I figured I'd just mention it.
It does not cause him any extra harm.
But you have full effect on Insubstantial if you didn't already. All right, so Resonance still inside the building. We have the ritual that is somewhat complete in here. Still needed to work on it. Seeing as how she's inside the building, she knows where Deathgate is, but can't see him because building's blocking her. I'm actually going to have Resonant work on trying to finish the ritual.
Excellent.
So I will give you a expertise magic check here.
Yep, I was a good GM and I wrote down how many successes you had, right? Yes, I was. Okay, good.
Yay!
Hooray! Make the roll, get a 27.
You should roll higher than that.
Okay, I will spend a hero point for that. I really should because that was a 4 on that die. There you go. How's a 43, Alex? I crit instead.
Well, I've got good news. You needed 2 degrees of success to finish the ritual. And with a 43, I was looking for a 35, so you do get those 2 degrees of success.
Woo!
So, Resonant, what's it look like as you finish the ritual?
Well, we don't have either of the soul vaults in here. So I'm imagining what I've done is I've coalesced the energy that's needed to do that. And so we have so Resonant is holding. It's not actually physically touching her hand, but she's got this ball of mystical, almost necromantic energy shielded in this cage of radiant life force that she had that will be able to nullify the soul vault.
Excellent.
And she will sub-vocalize over the comms. It's done.
We got him kind of bound.
Okay. Resonant is not going to leave the building. However, she does not want to show Deathgate that it is done.
Perfect. And it's not like shitty teenage Deathgate thinks he's invincible or something.
Right.
Cool. So you have the means of my undoing readied in your hand. Here for it.
I do.
Centuria.
Well, Centuria doesn't know that Bowman has transported into another freaking plane, so she is going to fly over to save Sophie. She's staggered, so it's -1 speed, but she still has a 13 flight rate, so don't think
so. It doesn't slow you down. The only thing it does is it means you can take a move or a standard action. You can't do both.
So is picking her up a standard?
I will say yes. Freeing her from the Cynthia's would be a standard action.
Okay, I'll fly over and then I'll spend a hero point. I have 4, it's fine. And I'll grab her. And then I'll fly back to where Bowman was.
Cool.
And see that Bowman is gone. And get on the comms and say, Bowman, where did you go? And can he hear me?
He gone.
will take Sophie and fly over here until I figure out what the shit I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna fly on the complete opposite side of the map as the kaiju.
You don't have to stay here if you don't want to. You can take Sophie and run.
Okay, but what about Bowman? Like, I don't know where Bowman is. Like, I
Hmm.
don't know that he was transported off the boat. So I don't know that he's not on the boat.
Give me a perception check.
So do you have X-ray vision or anything?
She does, and like extended hearing and
Perception.
infravision.
You
It's
were
really hard.
eavesdropping before.
I only got a 19.
With all your senses, that's probably enough to know there's no heat signatures on the boat anymore.
Yeah, I think with the 19, you can clearly tell that there is no sign of Bowman or Daedalus anywhere on the boat.
Okay, then I am going to leave. Deuces. Bye.
So you fly off with a lifeboat.
Is the thing still there?
The
I'm
kaiju's
just
still there.
carrying
No,
her.
the
Oh, the
device.
thing.
No, the
Oh.
device is not there.
Okay, I didn't know if that came with us.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm not. I don't have the boat. I have her.
Okay. Boat overhead.
Come on. I want to fly the boat over and drop it on evil me.
No, bye, Ray.
Or Death Storm. Ooh.
Damn.
Have fun being a battery.
That's gonna be somebody's problem eventually, but it's not ours.
Not our universe.
Future Centurion problem.
Nah.
And yeah, you could start flying back towards the headquarters if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool.
I'm not dying by a giant lizard. No, thank you.
Bowman, we'll come back to you after break.
Aw.
Not probably after this fight, not after break. It'll hopefully be before break. I don't suspect Deathgate is long for this world. Gatorman.
All right, Squishy, it's you and me. Same thing. Big Gator John. Power attack it for 5. Hope for the best.
Nom 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 nom.
Nom nom nom. Nom.
You have nommed.
I've nommed.
Nom
I
nom the con.
clicked the wrong one. So it should be a 35.
Damn, corpse golem, you crazy. It takes another bruise. In a daze.
Well, you got hero point. Nom again. Nom harder.
Nom again.
Nom nom nom.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's a crit
Nom
nom.
again.
that's a crit nom. In Vietnam, that's a crit nom in nom. DC 40, huh?
That was correct.
All right, you have successfully eaten the corpse golem to death.
Undeath.
Undead.
Free death?
Mm.
Termination. What happens, Gatorman?
Oh, I'm not happy about this at all. But he will just cling onto it and keep biting off parts and parts and more parts and spitting them out in more parts until the parts stop wiggling. Nope. Turn around, look on his pile of parts, and look back towards the Mortisai, Trimortis, all 3, and Resonant. Got him.
Ugh.
That is moi.
Gonna be brushing your teeth for a week.
I feel icky.
I got the ick. Okay, good job, Gatorman. Do you move, or are you happy hanging out there in the pile of not wriggling parts?
Yeah, we'll wander up to the shack.
That's a good plan.
Seems legit. I'm proud of it.
All right, Anti-Death Gate is bound by chains and is minionless, but he does not know that he is in danger. He's in mortal danger, so he is going to assume he can handle Nick and Derek,
You're in danger, girl.
and he will use ghostly bolts to fire at both of the mortises. Mortises?
Mortisai.
Mortisai.
Mortai. I think we said Mortai.
The
Plural
Mortii.
mortis is mortis.
The plural mortis is mortis. It's like Jedi. All right, here's for Derek, -2. 15's not going to hit. Here's for Nick, -2. Ooh, 31. 29.
That's it.
I need a toughness save there. Nick? That's just a bruise and a daze.
Yup.
We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Cool. So he raises his hands. His soul vault begins to glow and bustle, and he unleashes this stinging swarm of weird, scary hell insects on all of you. And Nick is the only one who cops it. All right, magical 19s.
So what I would like us to do is me and Nick are gonna kind of maypole this mortis that we've captured, the evil me, and I want us to yank him down through, well, basically phase us through the roof and into the floor of the ritual chamber, so that basically we just slam on the ground, hopefully at Resident's feet, and so she can surprise him. I don't know what I would need to do this, and I think, and I've got hero points if necessary to make this happen.
Yeah, I'm happy to call that a flavoring of the ghostly chains if you want to keep making it worse.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you're trying to immobilize and defenseless him to make Resonant's job easier.
And as a part of a move action, we want to go into the basically.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. If it's successful, I'm happy to just drag him down, since you're all ghosts anyway. And walls are optional for you guys.
Cool. So I'm going to assist with a 16.
That will successfully assist for a +2 DC.
And then Nick is going to take the lead in this because, well, it's his world. 29.
Good job, Nick. That'll hit. It's a DC 25. He is currently hindered or vulnerable because of the chains he was already in. So it's a DC 25. He's immobile and defenseless at Resonant's feet. As I roll an 11 against your 25.
So I basically figure we kind of dodge and weave and swarm around him, like me going counterclockwise and Nick going counterclockwise, and then we both dive down, dragging him behind us, slamming him to the ground. Resident now!
Resident now? Resident what?
Resident will kneel down and look Deathgate in the eyes, kind of with a little bit of a sympathetic look, and go, "You brought this on yourself. I know this world isn't ours, but you could have done much better with your life and that power." And she will touch the soul vault on Deathgate's chest with the energy she's holding in her right hand.
I'm going to give you a +2 DC for mom voice.
What would you like me to roll for this, Alex? Another magic check?
It feels like it
he's
should be an
defenseless?
attack. He is defenseless.
So technically, I can make this an unarmed attack and just not roll a 1.
Yeah. Do you have a magical blast power, right? Like from your fire.
I have multiple magical blast powers. Yes, I also have a physical lightning attack that's basically a electric sword. So
okay, I'd use one of those. I think.
Okay, that'll work.
That way, it's got the
Yep.
power level appropriate DC.
And then you're gonna add 2 for mom voice.
Yes, and 5 for the free critical hit. Are you using power attack?
I can only get 2 points from it.
Oh, okay. So
Power attack is not an advantage Resonant has taken.
It's not really Resonant's bag.
Nope, it's not.
So that'll be a 30 for mom voice, a 35 for the critical hit, and if you are using power attack, it'll be a 37.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and make sure this lands and hits hard.
Oop. 37 minus 19 is
18.
18. What happens as the mortises hold him down and you perform this ritual on him to neutralize him as an opponent?
So Resonant touches the soul vault. The soul vault gives off this blinding flash of the green energy, and when the flash settles back down, the soul vault itself looks stone-like and then crumbles to dust, leaving nothing behind as it dissipates. As for what it does to anti-Earth Derek, I don't know. The idea was to separate the soul vault from him to neutralize his ability to use it for powers. It was not designed to kill him in any way, shape, or form, but if the soul vault was keeping him alive or unalive in some capacity.
Well, Resonance
been-
got a naturally healing aura, so
For herself, I can heal things if I need to.
yeah. So even if it would kill Derek ordinarily to have the soul vault removed, I'm going to say that Resonance influence on the ritual just mugglifies him.
Okay.
And you have a surly-looking 30-year-old in front of you wearing a jean jacket with no magical powers. He's unconscious because that was a lot, but he is out of commission.
And with that, the energy from the ritual completely dissipates. There's no shred of it left. All of it needed to be used to depower this soul vault.
Yep.
Excellent. And Centuria is going to arrive with Sophie around this time that Deathgate is dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
But before we go to break, we're going to head off somewhere out in the extraplanar cosmos as Dr. Daedalus and Bowman both sort of come flying out of the transportation device, the portal device. The device clangs against a dark stone wall, shatters and breaks into a million pieces. Dr. Daedalus is unconscious on the ground next to you, Bowman. And as you are sort of gaining your bearings, give me a perception check.
Oh man, I was really hoping the device wouldn't break. Okay, perception 29.
You hear the sound of... It almost sounds like the sound of enamel striking enamel, or like porcelain striking porcelain.
Oh no. Oh no.
No!
And you look up just in time to see the sort of dark silhouette of what looks like a molar holding a bow and arrow looking down at you.
Alex been waiting for this.
My god.
The tooth is out there.
And it looks down at you, draws an arrow, says, "What are you doing in our realm?"
Gotta be kidding me.
And that's where we're going to go to break.
I can envision that panel in my head. Bowman just on the ground, like, bleeding, and he's like, "You've got to be kidding me."
And then
Dude.
he gets the toot squint.
No.